Hi, are we back? No?
Yes, yes, I think we are back.
Yeah, we are back. Let me know the screen is visible or not.
It is visible.
So we'll be discussing one buying strategy today. The first part is the observation stage. So a lot of time we observe that during expiry, especially in the last hour of the market, options prices tend to multifold. I mean, they go from 20 to 80, and even they go to 200. It's not a very big deal for options to go from 20 to 200 during expiry days. But this is our observation. We need to backtest it. We need to form a hypothesis about it, create a strategy around it, and then we need to backtest it. So for that, what we'll do, our observation is that especially in the last hour of the market, on the expiry days, option prices manifold. So we will try to create one Sensex expiry trade. So instrument will be taken as Sensex. Entry time is 1440 because we are only playing the last 45 minutes of the trade, and exit time will be 1550. And what we'll do, we will buy one call of ITM1 because at ATM the theta decay is the highest. We want to avoid that. We will take one ITM call, keep a stop loss of 10% there. We'll trail our SL uh, by 1% for every 1% point. So this means if we are buying a call at 100 rupees and our initial SL will be at 90, then when the prices of the our prices of the options will move from 100 to 101, our SL will also move from by 1 point. That is, it will shift from 90 to 91. And our once the prices move to 110, our SL will come at break even. That is, our SL will shift to 100, which is our cost. So the entry condition will be, we will buy the option whenever there is a 14% momentum in the price of the option. We gonna take only then we will have a hypothesis that yes, there might be a possibility of gamma movement in the options when the price has moved by 14%. So what this strategy will do, will create a similar leg in the put also. What this strategy will do, it will start at 2:40 p.m. It will start the ITM1, observing the prices of ITM1 of both call and put. Say at 2:40, the price of call option was 100 rupees. It will wait till the point when the price of this option crosses 14%. That is, the price moves to 114. The moment it jumps to 114, it will take an entry and it will fix an SL of 10% there and trail the SL by 1% for every 1% point. If our SL hits, then it will again wait for the momentum to come and it will again take the trade, and it will repeat this process for the 6 times. After 6 times, it won't take any further trade in the call side. Similar story will be there in the put leg also. If the prices of the put are at 100 rupees at 2:40 p.m., then it will wait for the momentum of 14% to come, and it will repeat the similar thing which I have already explained for the call leg. So these are the basic rules, and one of the risk management criteria we have built in this strategy is we will keep an overall SL of 2000 rupees. So the moment our SL to overall MTM goes by 2000 negative, it will exit all the positions, and it will not take any further position. So this is the basic rules we have formed based upon whatever we have observed during expiry days. So now we will backtest it on the previous data. We'll take the backtest from 2020. I think Sensex expiry has started from 23, so it does not matter.
Think while the back test is going on, anyone has any questions on the strategy, like the creation of strategy and, or is it like well understood what the parameters were?
To be honest, I'm not very clear on the entry actually.
Can you repeat? What's your doubt?
The entry, are we basing on the momentum, right? That's the point that we were trying to make, right?
Yes. See, the entry time will be 240. At 240, our algo will start observing the in the money one, whatever the ITM one will be, whatever the ITM one call will be. Say at 240, the price of this ITM one call was 100 rupees. So it will not take the entry then. It will wait for a momentum of 14% to come. Once the price of that reaches from 100 to 114, then only it will take entry. Otherwise, the moment till the moment it travels below 114, it will not take any entry. We will consider that there is no momentum, so probably there will not be any gamma blast.
Yeah,
Got it.
I think just to add, yeah, Sanat, I think what we're trying to do here is the idea is that is there is a going to be gamma plus, right? So there will be movement in one direction which will happen, right? And we want to capture that. So we don't know which direction it will be, whether it is the call or whether it is in the put, right? So whether market will go up or market will go down. So that's where we've put this simple momentum of 14%, so that wherever the uh, momentum is, we try to capture that. So like once we know that okay, this says the call has moved up by 14%, that is when we enter. If the put moves up by 14%, we enter in the put. So we don't enter in both the instruments at the same time, depending on the momentum. Once we see slight momentum, a 14% momentum, then we enter in that leg. I hope that's clear.
Yes, clear. Thank you.
And are we
Okay,
going to
so
make only one trade, or there will be like the price reaches 114, then we make an entry, and if the price keeps rising, are we going to make more than one trade there?
no, in that case, we'll wait whatever price, whatever either our trailing SL hits or we will close it at 15.15. Whatever the prices will be at 15.15, it will close at that price. Else, it will hit our trailing SL.
So where have we defined the target for
We
taking the
haven't
profit?
divided. Our time is our target. Whatever the price at 315 will be our target. Say at 315, the price of that option, whatever we have taken entry, suppose we have taken an entry at 114. If the price of that option reaches 214 at 15.15, so we'll book our position at 214.
This
Okay,
can't
and
be whipsaw as well, right? Like it can go up and go down.
Bridge
It will
and
hit our
like
it will
first
hit
you
our
have to
trailing.
understand. Yes, Anurag.
If it goes up and if it goes down, it somewhere it will hit our trailing SL. Say the prices moves from 114 to 154, so it has moved by 30 points, right? 40 points. So our initial SL was 10%, which was at somewhere around 94, sorry, 104. Our SL will also move by 30 points, so our SL will be 134. So if the prices come down from 154 to 134, it will hit our SL and we will get 20 points in our trade.
okay, so these are trailing SL, is it? So
Yes. Every if the prices move in 1%, that really SL will shift to 1%.
and we have defined the uh, re-entry point as well, right? So let's say SL is hit and we are out of our position, then there should be some way to re-enter. Is that right?
Yes. So this is a re-entry. Suppose you took a trade at 100 rupees and it hit your SL at 90 rupees. So after hitting your SL at 90, if it gives another momentum of 14%, it will take another entry. Say after 90, the stocks start moving, options start moving again in your direction. It moves from 90 to 103. it will again take entry at 103, and it will
Okay.
repeat this 6 times. On every SL, it will, I mean, it will keep on taking entry till 6 SLs are exhausted. After 6 SLs in call instrument get exhausted, it will not take any further entry in the call side. Similarly, for put side also, it we have kept a capping limit of six re-entries, and
Okay.
also we have an overall max loss limit of 2000. So if it does not get exhausted, but our MTM has gone below 2000, it will not take any entry, or it will close all the running positions.
Okay. Sure. Got it. Thanks.
Any
Did you
further
all
doubt?
understood the ideation of the strategy first? The ideation of the strategy is we are running this strategy only for 30 minutes. Then what is the ideation of this strategy that within 30 minutes you are able to make money? If there is a 14% rise in the ITM, that says your underlying has raised by at least 0.2 to 0.3%. When Sensex, like if you look at the daily volatility of the Sensex with for like 13 minutes candle, it has having a volatility of 0.1%. And here we are saying if the volatility is increased from 0.1 to 0.3%, that says there will be a big trade, right? And in the large hours, what happened, why this strategy has been designed is to capture the big traders who are having fantastic size of the shorts, what they are carrying. And they haven't got the exit throughout the day. Or maybe they just want to exit at the last minute of the time. And when they are exiting, there will be a super move into the strikes. Reason being, they want to exit and they don't see the liquidity. So they will be throwing at the price whatever they get. And they have a very short window. That's the reason we are saying if there is a rise of underlying by 0.2% in last 15 minutes ka candle, then we will trade this strategy. And why we are keeping only 1%, why we are keeping such a tight trailing stop loss? This tight trailing stop loss is because the minute they got a exit, the trades will reverse back to the mean. So we want to immediately exit the minute they are exit, like that. We only want to stay in the trade. The big traders are stuck into their trade. That's the basic ideation of this strategy. So before how many re-entries and what is the trailing and what is the target, we have to understand what is the basic ideation of the strategy. Now, if you look into this strategy, does this make sense?
Sure, but then why would you want to enter it again at re-momentum 6 times? Like, would you like?
Yeah, basically, when a big player wants to exist, he will not keep the system very clean, right? There will be too much of volatility in the strikes. So that volatility, we are not that master. We do not have that infrastructure to capture that volatility, right? Or to identify the volatility. That's the reason we have kept multiple re-entries, and that too again at the momentum. If this is the price where he can get stuck, where he will be like, if he is getting an exit beyond this, then he will be like making a big losses, or his threshold will be reached. There we want to enter, because if you see in the Sensex, last 20 minutes, 30 minutes are seriously very volatile. So we have kept a very tight stop loss, and we have set re-entry not at the cost, but at the momentum. Because we want to catch the running train and we want to exit at the when the train has not lost the speed and the momentum. Hope this helps.
Sure, I think the idea is correct. I'm still a little unclear on key, like I get it. Key, for first time, let's say we miss the re-momentum, like, first time SL it hits. Second time, let's try it again, but I'm just wondering, do we need to go on 6 times? Because
See,
essentially, yeah.
We see
first we
what
have the ideation, okay? First time what we
Correct.
start
Okay.
is with the idea. So you have understood the idea, right? Now
Got it.
the second time what we do is, once my idea is set, I want to check how the idea has behaved and what were the returns of the idea in previous historical data. So when
Got it.
you come to those parameters, that time you are just polishing your idea to suit. We can also say like we are what do you say? Like we are just optimizing the parameters so that we do not miss the trend. Looking at the history.
Okay.
Yeah. No, no, Ashish, it's a very fair point. So I think, so this strategy is, by our mentor Sachin, right? So I think when he would have conceived, when he described the idea, probably he would have started with what you're saying, right? Maybe like a one-time re-entry or a two-time re-entry. But
Sure.
we are already showing you a very optimized strategy, right? So this is his
Got it.
optimized strategy. So, but yeah, I think the idea, the steps that we need to typically follow is, the back test. So, now Anurag will go through the back test and then
Okay.
how do we optimize it, right? So, yeah, I think keep in mind that this is already an optimized strategy
Sure.
to an
Just
extent, but yeah,
Also,
probably as a, yeah, Anurag, go ahead, please.
just to add a clarification to your doubt that why we are keeping so many re-entries, because when a premium needs to explode on the basis of the gamma, it does not explode in one go. It will first it will first move from 100 to 120, then it will come down, then it will try to move again, gain momentum. So it we observe a lot of volatility around it. So we are ready to lose small sell in every trade if if it is giving us a rise of or a blast of say 100 points or more than 100 points, then we are ready to lose small in every trade. Every time we get the slightest hint of the momentum, we will try to capture that.
okay. ठीक है. मतलब I mean, see, my point was only this because I do also have a couple of Sensex strategies which do rely on re-entry SLs. Just in my experience, like I've always gotten a little stuck with the SLs, like the amount of re-entries. So I mean, anyways, but I'm guessing you guys have tested it out, तो आपको ज़्यादा idea है इसके बारे में. I mean, this is just like that's why I was just asking.
Ashish,
Anyways, go on. Yeah.
we will be having another, like we will be welcoming after every strategy has been discussed into this sessions. We will
Sure.
request every individual to put their personality into the strategy, their understanding into the strategy. This will not only help the every member, new member of the community to see the different perspectives and different behaviors of the strategy based on the individual personality, but it will also help individual who is exploring to optimize and to see how the strategy behaves by his way of doing the things.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll move to the backtesting result of this strategy. First of all, we'll include the brokerage, which is 2 rupees per lot, and include the charges. And for this strategy, we are keeping a slippage of 1%. सचिन इतना ही रखते हैं ना 1%?
हाँ चलेगा, 1% is good, I suppose.
And since we are running it only on the expiry days, we'll keep the DT filter as 0. And this is the result of the strategy. Your capital roughly is around 20,000 for this because it's a buying strategy. And these are year-wise return. And moving further to the parameters, the win percent is around 50%, which is actually very good for the buying strategy. And the average profit is 1400 and average loss is 600. So our risk to reward is also pretty good, 2.44 at a win percentage of 55 is a deadly combo. Expectancy is also very high. And look at the max drawdown. Max drawdown is 5,000 And for a buying strategy, we get these kind of drawdown. It's very normal. So to handle this max drawdown, we have to do our position sizing in such a way that we are able to handle this max drawdown. For example, your capital total capital requirement is around 20,000. You assume your total capital is double of this max drawdown plus your initial capital 20,000 plus 30,000. So you assume all your returns based upon by including that max drawdown parameter. Duration of max drawdown is also 78. It is because we are running only on the expiry. But if we consider trade wise, it will be how many trades? Around 23 trades. Even in those 23 trades which were in drawdown, you have lost only 5,000. So 23 trades ka mila ke, we have lost only 5,000 rupees, which is roughly around 200 something rupees per trade. So any comments upon the result or anything that you wanna hear about?
As per you guys, when you do go around creating these strategies, what is an acceptable number of days in drawdown, and what is a sort of a good expectancy ratio for a buying strategy that you guys look at?
It actually depends upon a lot of things. What normally we do, we run as a portfolio. So at a portfolio, what we are majorly, I am majorly concerned about is our return on max drawdown should be at least around 8 to 10, which I consider it as a good one.
Okay. And like that's the number of trade like days in a drawdown or number of trades in a drawdown. Because I think that really
Uh,
affects the psychology, right? कि मतलब 2 महीने तक अगर like for example a strategy is not making money, you obviously are going to be a little afraid कि आगे जाके भी बनाएगी कि नहीं.
agreed. For a portfolio, normally I look it should be less than 30 days for a portfolio. But if it is a buying strategy, and especially it's a expiry strategy, and that too overall number of days might be, for 23 expiry date has not made any money, but the overall money that I have lost is only 5,000. So I'll be pretty okay with this strategy. So it depends
Yeah,
upon
got it. Got
what
it. Got
kind
it.
of, depends upon a context.
Yeah, just to add, Ashish, I think for me, what I look at, in an individual strategy, I am not too concerned about the duration of max drawdown or the trades in any drawdown. As Anurag said, right? I also look at more at a portfolio level, right? So individual strategy, I will shortlist based on RMDD, which is return upon max drawdown, and the other parameters like expectancy ratio. Once then, then I will test that individual strategy in my portfolio, and then I will look at parameters like max drawdown and how is that looking at. And at a portfolio level, as Anurag said, ideally I want to be less than 30 days in max drawdown. And as a percentage, again, there are different parameters. I like my risk is slightly on the higher side, so I am okay with like a 7 to 8% kind of a drawdown at a portfolio level.
Okay,
But
got
there are
it.
people who would aim for like a 3 to 4%, 5% kind of a drawdown. So again, it's basically returns versus risk, right? So that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Any more question about the strategy or about the ideation or how to create it? You're free to ask.
So Anurag, I'm curious about this the 14% number that you got, right? The stop loss. So was it? No, sorry. It was 14% was
Simple
the I
momentum.
the moment. Yeah, sorry. So I mean, when we let's say I think we want to we have a formulation in mind, right? That there is, we want to leverage this gamma blast, right? And but there are different parameter. One of the parameter is what momentum level we should be looking at. So 14% is something that you got by experimentation, observation, or sort of it was just based on your empirical value from what you observed.
Mostly by trials and errors, we first form a hypothesis, and we basically we create various iteration. As Rishabh was telling, this is the one of the most optimized version of the strategy. So Sachin actually might have done with a very different parameters as well. So he would have definitely gone with different numbers, or probably he would have fixed that 14%. Sachin can basically comment upon
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Bridge, you're perfectly right. Basically, as I said, that every 15-minute ka candle, what is the range of that candle? Okay. So we understood the range of the candle is close to 2 to 3%. Then we realized what range will that look like. In the case I want to convert that range into my momentum, then how much it should be. So this 14% collaborate with that range of the 15-minute candle. That after this, there will be a blast into the prices. And so that was one of the observations what we had on the market, or you can also say that was one of the way we crunch the market data to realize what is the candle range. And that candle range we have converted into this 14%. Hope I
Understand.
answered your question well.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. So I believe there might be
Hmm.
some kind of optimization engines as well, right? Where sort of I think observation, based on observation, we know the range that it should be 10 to 15%, for example, right? But within that, if we want to have a certain value that needs to be set and the most optimized value as well. I'm not sure whether there is some kind of some
Yeah, right,
platform
Bridge.
where you can do the
Like
trial.
you are also, yeah, right, Bridge. Like you're also a part of our active contributor group. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we are in the process of developing a complete platform for ourselves, right? All our active members will be part of that active platform. And that platform, maybe we'll be having a optimization tool, which will be shared with every of the contributor. But currently we do not have a proper optimization tool. So what process I followed was, I am seriously like I'm a bit good in Excel. So what I used to do was like I have a database for myself in CSV. So I convert that, I resample it for 15 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, and do the time frames what I want to iterate with. And with that time frame, I calculate what was the normal range, and then I calculate the average of that range. So this is how we do the data crunching. And once I get a X value from there, then I come to this algo test. And here then I may have to run 100 of parameter combinations, or maybe sometimes 200 combinations, because I do not have a optimization tool. So I do a very like multiple plus combinations of the different parameters to get a optimum result. But when I'm doing a multiple combination result, I also make sure that I'm not overfitting the strategy, because when we overfit a strategy, that strategy will never perform. So we
Correct.
have to make sure that I put a range. Like say I'm saying 14% is the optimum value, but I will not check only for 14%. I will make sure if I make 10% to 16%, these results are not deviating too much. Or if I'm making my stop loss 7% to 13%, these results are not deviating too much. So we have to find a optimum parameter so that we do not end into curve fitting the strategy.
Got it. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I just wanted to understand the way of thinking about this. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sachin, we can also, just for the clarification of the class, we'll just modify the parameter to 10%, and we'll test the result and compare the result.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So, Bridge, you can give me any number between 10 to 14, whatever number you want.
Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, if it's let's take slightly above the stop loss, so maybe around 12% or something.
12% will keep in.
Yep.
So, so these are some of the exercises that you can anyway, iterate, and different versions you can also try by yourself. So these are the parameters. See, our RM, return on max drawdown, has gone down from 5 to 3.75. Earlier it was around 5. We can also compare the backtest results.
Got it.
So now if you see here, your overall MTM has not changed. Your average MTM is a small difference of 10%, right? Previously, and again, see what parameters I have to see is I will define, right? So like Ashish told, everyone has got a different risk appetite, and same thing Rishabh also told you, right? See, if I have the conviction and if I have backtested this strategy in multiple situations, then I know if this 43 has become 63, still I may stand because my max drawdown is still within the limits. My expectancy ratio for a 30-minute strategy should be for a buying strategy, anything above 0.4 is fantastic. Ashish can confirm, he is also into the strategies, right? Ashish, what is the max expectancy ratio you see for any buying strategy?
Yeah, I think this is a very good expectancy ratio
You
for it.
cannot, 0.64 is superbly good expectancy ratio, and that too, you're only in a strategy for 30 minutes. You're not waiting for the whole day.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
if you see, and then winning ratio, what is the winning ratio anyone can think in a buying strategy?
Like 35-40% is good,
Yes,
especially
anything about 33, 34, 35% is superbly good. If I'm getting any buying strategy for 54%, and if you can also compare the risk reward ratio. See, the average reward is 1.3 and average risk is 657. So your risk reward is 1:2.
Oh, this is the best part. At a winning ratio of more than 50%, approximately 55%, you are getting a risk reward of more than 2, approximately 2, which is a
And
deadly.
we have getting these results, not hiding the slippages and other charges. Okay, if you go on YouTube, you will get so many good players who will be showing you results without showing you the slippages. If I just remove the slippage from 1% to 0, you will see the difference. Anurag, can we just do that, please?
Sure.
Okay, see the results now. 95,000. So like your overall profit has doubled,
And
almost doubled, right?
this is the 12%
And
version.
this is the version by your choice. Like, so I was saying this strategy shall not be curve fitted. This strategy shall be optimized so that you do not land into the losses, because only that scenario may not work every reason. Okay.
Yep.
Any further doubt regarding this? I'll just load the previous version.
Anurag, will you be able to share this file, the strategy algo TST file?
This is Sachin. It's
Yes,
already
we
shared.
will be sharing this, but we will be sharing into the different group, and you will be the part of that group.
Okay.
So we will be creating a new group, right? We will be coming to that sooner.
All right. Sure.
Maybe Rishabh want to take over the last slide, if no one has got any doubts. I see
Sure.
Suchi Sharma has not asked a single question. So Suchi Sharma shall be requested to ask something at least. Because only the person with no doubt is the one who knows everything or who don't know anything.
Good afternoon, sir. Actually, I was able to understand the strategy. That's why I didn't ask, and I was listening to you very carefully. That's why I didn't ask anything. I have to try. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to try it myself. That's why, I mean, it's the first time I was looking at this particular strategy. That's why I was looking, I mean, very carefully. That's why I didn't ask anything.
Good.
Sorry,
But
sir.
I believe we all should be participating. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So now further, Rishabh will give you the last part of the presentation. And yes, Rishabh.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me share my screen. Right. So hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So great announcement, guys. So I think this, this is our first cohort batch, right? So what we are trying to do is, we are also forming a separate special focus group, dedicated for algo trading. And what will be there in that? Let me just go through it. So first, I will tell you what you will get from us, right? Us as in the mentors, the 4 mentors that we have. So one is anything hand holding from all the mentors. So the sessions which we are doing on every Sunday, that would continue. But apart from that, any hand holding required, any doubt you have, on WhatsApp call, you can discuss with us. So that will happen for this special group. Then we are also planning some live sessions during trading hours. So what we want to cover in that is basically more on the what Anurag and Sachin also mentioned, the observations and the ideation. Because when the trading is going on, when the market, the timings are on, that's when we observe and we understand, we try to understand what the market behavior is. And the you can say it's the good part or the bad part, but the market behavior is always changing, right? So we also need to keep ourselves updated and understand that what is happening. Like some strategy which was probably running well 2 years ago, 3 years ago, may not run today, right? So that's how we are there in the market, and we observe what is happening, and we try to then form our hypothesis and test it on any of the backtesting engines, right? So this live sessions would kind of cover those kind of things, like how do we observe and how do we ideate. Then next is the one-on-one support, right? So today you saw one strategy, right? Now this strategy may trigger some of the thoughts in your mind, right? That okay, what kind of strategies I should develop. Or like Ashish also mentioned at the start of the call, he has certain strategies which he's already running. So we will have, I mean, if you reach out to us and you say that, this is the strategy which is giving certain percent returns, or this is my idea and this is what I have coded, I need help in fine tuning that strategy, or I need your kind of brainstorming, right? That what do you think whether this strategy will run or not in the live market? So again, we will give you that support. Fourth thing is on the mindset. I think again someone discussed in the call that your strategies may be great. On paper it looks very nice. You have got a beautiful return to max drawdown. You have got a beautiful return percentage. But in real market, when you see the drawdown, when you see the strategy is not performing, you kind of start doubting it, right? So how do we develop that mindset? Trading requires a very, very special mindset. So what do we do, and how have we developed this mindset? We can share some tips. Again, we are not experts, but whatever we have learned, whatever we have gone through the journey, we can share that with you. And lastly, you also get lifetime access to a senior trader group. So this is a community where we meet every week and we discuss strategies and fine tuning of those strategies, right? So this is what you will get from us. Does this sound exciting, guys?
Yep, pretty good. Thank you so much.
Really interesting, yes.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you for
definitely.
that.
Thank you.
So this validity is till the special focus group. So again, because this is our first batch, I think we are giving the validity. We are being very generous, and we are giving this validity till December 2026. So whoever joins in this special focus group will be there with us till December 2026. And again, we hope by end of 2026 you would become a pro. You would then be in a position to even train new users and new people who are starting their journey. So we will select individuals from this group and add them into the senior traders group that I mentioned about, right? So that's what this whole program is about. Now, what do we want in return, right? Because there are no free lunches, right? And it's almost lunchtime, right? So I'll not take too much time, but there are certain basic things that we also want from you, because we are also putting our time and effort into this training, right? So uh, what we want from you is your zeal to learn and observe, right? So again, every whatever we do, right, the ideation and all, it all starts from your observation. So what you are observing the market, and now the beauty of it is each one of us can have a different perspective. So you observe, you see what is happening in the market, and you come up with your idea. Then once you have that idea, what we want is your effort. How do we measure that effort? So the effort is by seeing that what you are like, how do you backtest your ideas, how are you putting efforts to fine tune your ideas, and the dedication and discipline, which is again we will measure by your interest in the community. How are you participating in these weekly sessions, your attendance in these weekly sessions. Again, I know I see only some 8 or 9 people who are there, whereas this community or the group is much bigger. So we want that, right? Because as mentors we are putting in that effort, so we also want you guys to put in your efforts and show that you also want to learn, and you also want to become serious traders. Third is simply rules of the community. So we'll not spam, we will not use this group for self promotion or promoting other interest outside of trading. And keep it respectful. We respect each and every member of the community. And the last two, I think, again, important ones, which we have already shared earlier as well. Uh, you know, and again, why we are doing this is because if you would have seen, right, today we just saw one strategy. And we already gave you an optimized strategy. But as Sachin mentioned, he would have done hundreds or maybe more than hundreds of backtests to arrive at that optimized strategy. So we want you to, buy this, open the account on AlgoTest, and the Explorer plan. Now, what is this Explorer plan? Explorer plan, the amount you have to invest is just 1,200 rupees. In that, you get roughly, I think, 1,300 or 1,400 credits. Now, these credits, then you can use. So, if you want to buy, let's say, an unlimited plan for a week, you use about 500, 600 credits, right? And then you can keep on like you can use this strategy what we shared today and see if this can be optimized further. Now we don't know, right? We think this is an optimized version, we've been running it, but there can be, you can come up, if you put in your effort and if you are trying out different things, there can be an optimized, more optimized version of this strategy, which can benefit not just you but others also in the community. Or you will have your own strategy which you want to try, right? So this, whatever we shared today, triggered a thought in your mind and you want to try. So this, the Explorer plan will really help you in putting those ideas onto backtest. And then the The process then is, back test, then followed by forward testing. So even if you want to do forward testing, you would need credits on algo test. So that's one thing that we are looking at, that you open this account with algo test if you have not already done. And lastly, when we are doing live trading, we of course need a demat account. So again, this is a special negotiated rates which we have, because if you see normal demat account, even with IFL or Zerodha or any of these brokers, the brokerage charges are much higher. But we have negotiated this special deal for the community members. So we want you to benefit, because once you start trading, and this was a mistake that I did when I started trading. I was using my normal account where I was using 20 rupees per order. And when you're doing algo trading, the number of orders that you punch are typically very high. So you end up, and this is the same kind of a warning which you also get when you log in onto your broker account, right? That even people who are making money, they lose a lot of money in transaction cost, in taxes and all. So all those taxes and all, of course, we cannot do it because they are like statutory things. But on the brokerage plan is something which is in our control, and that's where we've tried and negotiated a very good deal. So again, we want you guys to open a demat account with IFL using the referral links. So yeah, simple things. I think we are not asking for much. If you have any questions, any doubts, we can take that and wind up the session.
Sorry, I have gone ahead and created the IFL account. I probably don't know what the rate that you guys are offering is actually, and I'm not sure if
Ashish,
I can see the link.
Ashish, you can always like we have created one more response sheet. Okay.
Okay.
I will reshare the sheet on the group. What you can do is you can just put in your login ID into it, and I will get you the discounted rates for the community what we have agreed with them. And then we can also see what is your size of the portfolio, because brokerage is directly related to the size of the portfolio. But even for a starter, we are giving 4 rupees per lot. Okay.
Okay.
But if you are able to generate a portfolio size of 20 lakhs or something like, then we will reduce your brokerage to 2 rupees per lot.
Okay.
And
Got
why
it.
I'm why I'm advising the group to start with the lot basis is basically, see, we do not trade in big quantities because we want to keep our all the we want to completely what we say explore every regime of the market. Like we also want to do something sideways. We also want to do sideways to directional, and we also want to do option buyings. Okay, so we may be having some n number of size strategies in our portfolio. So I don't think in the starting phase I will advise anyone to punch more than 3 lots per strategy. So if you're punching only 3 lots per order per strategy, then if you're going for a lot basis, it will be much costlier compared to the so it will be more costlier if you're going as per the order, as Rishi also tried to explain everyone. So for that basis, I will say you remain with per lot. Once your order sizes are rising, your number of lots are increasing, we will convert it into the order, brokerage per order. So currently, I will advise everyone to stick with your brokerage per lot basis. And if anyone is want to further get a discounted price, then they will have to give a account size, something like that.
Okay. Sure. Where would I be able to see
What?
this? I'll just check in my IFL dashboard somewhere, the current plans and so on.
You just tell me your login ID number. There will be something like login ID for yourself.
Yeah, I already filled that form, but I'll share my login ID again with you guys.
1 second. You can confirm me your login ID then?
Just let me check, please.
Okay, we can connect after offline. Okay. And if anyone wants
Yeah,
to, yeah, Ashish, I know your account is already been I have already given you the best prices,
okay.
best
I
brokerage
just don't
plan.
know where to see
Okay.
it. That's okay. Yeah, no.
Okay, I will show you that. No worries. Okay. Only what you have to do is you have to go into your reports. Okay. And in the reports, you will see brokerages. Or I will do one thing is I will just send you the snapshot of that. what is set for you. Okay.
Sure, that will be great. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Any other questions, guys? How was the session? Like, did you find it useful? I think this was the third session. We are, just getting started into the strategy creation. So any feedback on, how did you find the session? Was it helpful? Would you want us to change something for the upcoming sessions?
I think the overall session was quite practical and well organized. So I think many of the concepts we were able to ask, during the session itself. So that provided some additional clarification. I think one question I wanted to ask is like, after this, maybe I will try to run this strategy myself on this algo test. And if there are any other further questions, do we have a group, right? We can put the questions on there and some of you can answer that. Is that okay? Or
Bridge, you will be into a special focus group. Okay. So you
yeah,
don't have to worry about this. You will be taken care very well, buddy.
just wanted to make sure that because I have some one question and it can benefit other people as well, right? So I'll just put that in a group so everyone can see it, and if there is any response, anyone can, everyone is benefited from that.
Yeah. We can do that.
Sure,
Not a
Bridge.
problem.
You can do that. You can put your question in the group, and
Yeah.
whenever we get time, we can go through it and answer back.
Sure. Thank you.
Ashish, I sent you a DM. You can go through it. Okay.
Okay, sure. I got it. Thank you so much.
Okay. If no other questions, I think we'll end the call and go for our lunch.
Sure.
Yes, bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good day.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Thank you
weekend.
guys for
Bye.
joining. Bye.
Bye.